In a cozy cave nestled between some tall trees lived a small bear named Coda. Now Cody loved many things: berries, honey splashing around in streams, and most of all, he loved looking up at the twinkling stars in the night sky. Every night before bed, Cody would peek out of his cave and search for his favorite star, the one that looked like a shiny button up in the velvety darkness. And when he saw that button star shining bright, he knew it was time for bed. But one night, right after dinner, Cody went to his den, snuggled down into his blankets, and closed his eyes. But instead of drifting off to sleep, he started to worry. Where was his button star? It wasn't in the sky. In fact, there weren't any stars in the sky. All he could see from his den entrance were gray clouds covering the whole sky, blocking the view of all the beautiful stars. Cody tried lying still and counting some slow breaths, but his eyes just kept opening and closing. He couldn't fall asleep with those dark clouds in the sky. This had never happened before. Every other night Cody saw his button star, and every night after that, he felt his worries melting away like mist on a hot stone. But now, 7 nights had passed without so much as a glimpse of a star. Cody hadn't slept a wink. He was too worried. He was going to ask his mom what to do. Maybe she had an idea how to bring back the stars. With a big yawn, Cody got out of his den. The forest was silent and still. All the animals were asleep, or at least they should be. Most of them had been awake for 2 weeks, because the dark clouds covered the sky. Even during the day, no animal remembered what sunshine felt like. Cody walked through the trees until he found his mom. She was dozing under a bush. He nudged her gently with his nose. "Mom, why aren't the stars back in the sky?" His mom opened one sleepy eye and looked at Cody. "Oh, my little one, I wish I knew," she said, yawning again. "Maybe if we asked Old Man Turtle, he might know what to do." So Cody and his mom walked all the way to Old Man Turtle's house. They found him sunning himself on a rock by the stream. "Old Man Turtle, please help us," Cody begged. "We don't know how to make the stars come back." The turtle sighed and retracted into his shell, then slowly unfolded his wrinkled face. "Ah, it's going to take more than just me to bring the stars back this time. We need a lot of light to push the clouds away and reveal the sky. You must go to Firefly Glen and ask the fireflies for their glow." Firefly Glen was deep in the woods. Cody had never been there before, but he thanked the old man anyway and set off to find the glen. As he walked, he thought about how he was going to ask the fireflies to shine their lights in the sky. Cody reached Firefly Glen just as the moon climbed high in the night sky. There were thousands of fireflies here. Their lights twinkled and danced among the trees. But as Cody approached, they all flew away, leaving him in darkness. "I'm sorry," Cody whispered, "but I need your help. Will you please shine your lights in the sky? I want to see the stars." A little glow appeared in front of him. Startled, Cody jumped back. There sat a tiny firefly on a leaf. "Why do you want to see the stars, little bear?" Cody hesitated. He wasn't sure why he wanted to see the stars. He only knew that he did. But then he thought of his mother and all the other forest creatures sleeping under the dark clouds. "I want to see the stars so everyone can sleep," he answered truthfully. The firefly smiled. "Well, that's a good reason. I'll show you how to bring the stars back." Cody followed the firefly deeper into the glen until they came across a clearing bathed in moonlight. A big tree stood in the middle of the clearing. Its branches were thick and strong. "Climb that tree," the firefly said. "You need to get very high to push the clouds away." Cody began climbing. It was hard, but the firefly kept telling him to keep going. Keep going. Soon he reached the top of the tree, and as he stretched out on a branch, he heard a soft hoot. Cody turned around to see the biggest owl he had ever seen. Its feathers were the color of moonlight, and its eyes shone silver in the dark. "Little bear, why have you climbed so high?" it asked. Cody explained about the dark clouds and how he wanted to bring the stars back so the animals could sleep. The wise owl blinked slowly. "You've come to the right place for help. I am the sleepy owl, and I've been waiting for someone just like you to ask me to help make the stars appear." But first, the owl hooted, "You need to catch some fireflies." Cody was confused. How would catching fireflies bring the stars back? The owl showed him how to pluck a leaf from a nearby bush, make a small cut in it, and tie a loose knot in the middle. Then it gave him a gentle nudge. Go on, little bear. You know what to do. Cody understood now. He was going to use the leaf to catch the fireflies and use their light to push the dark clouds away. But which fireflies should he catch? Then he remembered what the first firefly had said. He needed to shine his own light to attract other fireflies. So Cody crawled out on a twig and dangled the leaf in front of him. Sure enough, a tiny spark flew into the leaf, and before long Cody had caught several glowing fireflies. He tied the end of the leaf to a twig, made a loop, and held on tight. Then he climbed down the tree as fast as he could. He took a deep breath, threw his head back, and let go of the leaf. The fireflies flew straight up into the sky, and with them went the light of the stars. Cody watched as the clouds parted and the sky twinkled back into view. It was beautiful. He turned to thank the owl, but it had already fallen asleep. The sight made Cody smile. At least someone got to sleep during the day. Cody walked back home, happy and tired. He climbed into his den, curled up and closed his eyes. For the first time in days, he could feel his breathing slowing down. Finally, he would sleep. Just before he drifted off, he heard a familiar voice saying, "Coda, look, there are stars in the sky." "Oh, and look, Coda, there's your button star." Cody's mom was standing at his den entrance, her eyes shining. Cody smiled. He could see the stars from his den, even though the clouds still covered the sky. He could see the twinkle in his mom's eyes and the sparkle in the dewdrops outside his den. And he could almost hear the sound of his mom's heartbeat and the chirp of crickets outside his home. Cody didn't need to see the stars in the sky anymore. Now he could dream them in his heart. And with that, the small bear closed his eyes and fell into a peaceful sleep. Good night, dream traveler.
Thank you for watching.
8. Don't forget to subscribe for more starry bedtime tales.